Live from Portman Road, a defining game in the race for the Premiership. It's Ipswich Town in third against the leaders, Sunderland. Well, they are very potent at home, Ipswich Town, as George knows. They've scored 13 goals in their last 3 home games. Sunderland have won their last 4 away games. It is all set up. You couldn't get a better game for this Sunday lunchtime. Let's join our commentators and get the thoughts of George Burley at half-time and at full-time. It's Gary Birtles, it's Ian Crocker.
Thank you, George. And George, it is one of the defining matches in the Championship season. A colossal game. For the winners, reasons to be cheerful. For the losers, reasons to be fearful. It's Ipswich, it's Sunderland, it's massive. Ipswich make 2 changes from the side that lost at Wolves as Joe Royle reverts to 4-4-2. Darren Curry returns in place of Matt Richards, and Kevin Horlock is preferred to Jim Magilton. Ian Westlake's okay after a knee knock. Tommy Miller is a Sunderland fan who used to stand behind the goal at Roker Park. Miller has scored 6 goals in the last 10 games, and he's the penalty expert. Chef Kikuchi hasn't scored for a month, but he and Darren Bent have a respectable 34 goals between them. Indeed, Ipswich are the top scorers in the Championship. Well, keeper Thomas Myra hasn't recovered from the back injury that forced him off at half-time against Reading. So Michael Ingham, who replaced him then, makes his first league start for Sunderland. Mark Bloom is also sidelined. 18-year-old Ben Anick is on the bench. Marcus Stewart was a hugely popular player in his time at Ipswich. Alongside him, Chris Brown again keeps out 14 goals. Stephen Elliott. Elliott is a sub. So too fit again Sean Thornton. Jeff Whitley misses out altogether. Sunderland, the top team at the moment in the Championship.
Ipswich will start with a 4-4-2, a wealth of experience across the back four, organised and solid with DeVos, Naylor and Unsworth, while Wilness loves to burst forward at every opportunity. Centre and midfield, Horlock gives them the grit there alongside Westlake, and in Curry and Miller have 2 wide men who love to run. Great trickery against the opposition, and up front, the strength of Kuchi and the pace of Bent will always cause problems. And Sunderland also with a 4-4-2, well organised at the back with Gary Breen and Caldwell, and in Wright and McCartney, 2 willing fullbacks who love to get forward. Centre and midfield, Robinson, he'll hold in there, allow Whitehead to get forward, and in wide areas, Lawrence and Arkin, they're the 2 who supply the ammunition for Brown and Stewart, the master predator up front.
Tommy Miller's getting married in the summer, and his fiance's dad is a huge Sunderland fan. How to fall out with your in-laws. Miller himself grew up supporting Sunderland. Michael Ingham makes his first league start for Sunderland. He has had plenty of experience out on loan in the lower leagues, but nothing quite like this. Marcus Stewart back on familiar territory. He scored 19 goals in a Premiership season for Ipswich, and they don't forget that kind of contribution in these parts. Nick McCarthy, Sunderland in the driving seat, and a win today would leave them on the threshold of the Premiership. Joe Royle's Ipswich desperately need to take 3 points after Wigan put the pressure on them following their victory at Leicester. 42 games down, 4 to go. Not much margin for error now, not much at all. It's that time of the season when you can reach out and touch what you want, but you can't quite grab it. Last year, Ipswich and Sunderland suffered the anguish, the agony, the misery, the torment of defeat in the playoff semi-finals. They won't want to be going through that again. One of the top refs in charge of this top game in the Championship, Steve Bennett. Portman Road is full up and fired up. The playoffs? Oh no, automatic promotion. Oh yes.
And who's going to be the bravest of these two teams? That's what it's all about, that mental strength, that determination to just go that one step higher than the opposition.
Well, Ipswich left the Premiership behind in 2002. Sunderland left it behind a year later. Both suffered the consequences of relegation, but both have picked up the pieces. And both naturally desperate to return to the top flight ASAP. Shefki Kuchi with the flick. It's turned away by McCartney and then by Arca. Robinson. Arca, the popular Argentine, who's committed his immediate future to Sunderland. Caldwell. Seeking out Chris Brown, who once again is chosen ahead of Stephen Elliott. And on merit too, he looks the part, does Brown. Robinson. And again. Whitehead's touch a little loose. And Caldwell's got to be careful because Darren Bent nearly gets there. Michael Ingham just beat him to it.
Well, all that was caused by the superb closing down of Ipswich. They didn't allow Sunderland a second on the ball there. Forced them back and nearly conceded.
30,000 crowd packed into Portman Road for this high noon showdown. Sunderland on 84 points, Wigan on 82, Ipswich on 79. Of the three teams chasing automatic promotion, Wigan have the best goal difference. Ipswich have the worst.
And how good is it to sit on a Sunday afternoon when you've claimed 3 points against Leicester and watch these two teams play?
Yeah, I bet Paul Jewell's got his feet up at the moment after their victory at Leicester.
Well, I hope he's got a handy glass of chilled white wine in his hand because he can afford to after yesterday.
No doubt about that, I suspect. It might be considered a must-win match for Ipswich and a must-not-lose game for Sunderland, but having said that, the Black Cats know that if they do win, then they are almost home and dry. Not the best of kicks snap from Ingham.
Well, that's not what you want. Your first touch of the ball, it just scuffs along the ground. You want a confident start. And that certainly wasn't that.
Marcus Stewart, former hero of the Ipswich fans. It's come off Liam Lawrence's heel. Darren Curry's touch is poor. And Whitehead has been taken out by Kevin Horlock, and that's going to be a yellow card straight away for Horlock.
That's all brought about by Curry's poor touch. So he tries to cushion it, gives it away. Gambled and was successful with it, and he just runs at the defence here, commits the tackle. No option to bring him down and get the yellow card.
Last thing you want in a game of such high importance, a yellow card after just 3 minutes. Arca and Lawrence standing over the free kick. It's Arca who goes for it. Oh, Kelvin Davis had to tickle it behind.
Well, was it a shot or was it a ball put into the box? It's hitting with pace, whipped in there, gets down late. I think it's going wide anyway, but he can't take that chance. It was attacked well, and just nearly beat him far post.
Lawrence and Arca conspiring on the corner, which comes to nothing.
Does deliver great quality, Arca. Lawrence on the other flank does exactly the same. You stop those two playing, you've got a chance.
The stakes are so high for Sunderland and for Ipswich and for Wigan up there. You really do fear for the team that finishes third, gutted as they will be, having to go into the playoffs.
I know exactly how that feels.
Darren Bent is chasing this. He's got to it as well. It's gone behind Kuchi. Oh, Tommy Miller goes down. Referee Steve Bennett not interested in any Ipswich claims. Wilness gone for the return from Miller. Now Kuchi. Overcooked.
Well, there's a shout for a penalty here. I don't think it was. Shout all the same. Referee was close to it. See the ball put in, and I think Arca comes across and he slips over there. That is accidental. Miller goes over. No real claim from the Ipswich players. He does slip, not intentional. Steve Bennett could see it, made the right decision.
Tommy Miller, a North East boy who used to go to Roker Park to watch Sunderland as a boy. Ingham finding Arca, whether he meant to or not. Robinson. Miller is bent. Fabian Wilness. Westlake. Caldwell intervened. Fancy for Arca. Back to McCartney. Horlock giving Bent something to chase. Caldwell got a nudge and push from Darren Bent. Free kick Sunderland.
Yeah, that's a silly foul, that is. He was under pressure there. No need to foul him. Let him off the hook.
Steve Caldwell, the first player to move from Newcastle to Sunderland since Lee Clark did the same some 8 years ago. Ingham finds his range with that kick, but it could yet still come back towards him. Horlock towards Bent, and Gary Breen sends it out.
As so often he does there. Reads the game very well, Gary Breen. Knows the danger of Bent's pace.
Fabian Wilness with a long throw towards Cucci. Oh, and Ingham didn't come for it, and Bent heads it over. And Sunderland, that's a let-off for them.
Well, that won't do Ingham any good at all. He's thrown in and the Cardinal sin, you let it bounce. He didn't come, he's rooted to the spot, and just the look of it bouncing so high there, I think surprised Bent. He just couldn't get it downward. Just went over the bar, but the keeper's rooted to the spot there. He needs a confidence boost, this lad. He needs a save early in the game. It hasn't come his way yet.
DeVos. Sunderland without their first two choice keepers, really, with Thomas Myra and Mark Poom both out. Mick McCarthy's team in pole position. Nearly bounced back at the first attempt to the Premiership last season. Lost out agonisingly to Crystal Palace in the playoff semi-finals. This time looking to take the automatic route to the top flight.
You talk about the third team, the one that doesn't make it. I was at Notts County and that happened. We're at the top, in the top two all season. Finished third and we're hopeless in the playoff game.
Handball shout there as Brown went up for it.
It looked like a handball as well.
Darren Bent is grappling with Gary Breen. He's got Cucci nearby. Bent did so well to hold it up, but Carl Robinson has wrestled control back for Sunderland. And now here's Julio Arca skipping past Westlake. Across came Horlock.
That's the frustrating thing about Arca at times. He had an easier ball on wide and chose the more difficult one.
Robinson. Stewart. Now McCartney. He's got Chris Brown in there, and Liam Lawrence won't get to that, but a moment ago, a handball shout against DeVos.
And was it? We see the ball, the two of them going for it, just inside the box, and there's a handball, and that's in the box. The shadows you see there. Here comes the arm. That is silly. That could so easily have been a penalty. It should have been a penalty. Leads with his arm. That is a definite penalty.
Jason DeVos hoping to pip his former club Wigan to an automatic promotion place. Darren Curry. DeVos. He's been caught by Chris Brown.
Very clumsy from Brown there. I have to say, a typical striker's tackle.
Well, you know all about that, Harry.
Never got near one.
David Unsworth with the free kick. Aimed towards Cucci. Well, it's not a lost cause yet because Wilness is chasing it. So too, however, is McCartney.
Yeah, he's got that right, the linesman. Kept my eye closely on that one. Committed challenge by McCartney. What Ipswich haven't been allowed to do in this game early on is get Curry involved and Smith. Miller, sorry, on the right-hand side.
Darren Bent, he's getting involved now. Cucci waiting in the middle, so too Curry. And Caldwell's clearance just eluded Miller. And Richard Naylor.
We've played 11 minutes and I think Darren Curry's only had one touch of the ball.
Archer. Wayward. Unsworth, who won the FA Cup at Everton with Joe Royle, on loan from Portsmouth. Horlock towards Cucci. Stephen Wright having to send it out. Westlake didn't see Marcus Stewart nipping in and didn't really get a warning. Chris Brown. Naylor has held him off.
So he didn't get a warning. I think there's 25,000 Ipswich fans gave him ample warning there that something was imminent.
Darren Bent gets the free kick off McCartney.
And Steve Bennett's definitely trying to let this game flow as much as possible, which it needs to.
Some cause for concern here then for Michael Ingham. It's only his 4th game for Sunderland. It's Darren Curry who sends it in, and it was Chris Brown who diverted it, but safely caught by Ingham.
That'll help him, no doubt about that. Look at him holding onto that ball. I'm surprised that that wasn't launched under his crossbar by Ipswich.
Davis rushed into the clearance by Robinson's charge towards him. The Ipswich keeper made that astonishing save at Molineux on Monday night in the second half from the South Korean Seoul. A world-class stop. Wilness. Horlock. Preferred to Jim Magilton today. Now Curry. Well, they got him on the ball, but Sunderland made sure it wasn't for long.
Steve Bennett letting it go again now, a hint of a foul.
Well, Lawrence has picked out Whitehead. It's wide.
Well, he does that so well, Whitehead. Just goes beyond the front two. Lovely timing of the run, timing of the pass. Couldn't take a touch. Hits it early. Hits the target. You're one down, one up. Lovely ball, lovely run. The timing is perfect. Just couldn't hit the target. Another warning that Whitehead will run at you. He will get beyond the front two.
Well, Whitehead and the man who supplied him there, Lawrence, were playing in the bottom division last season for Oxford and for Mansfield, but nearly all of Mick McCarthy's signings have come good. High boot from Cucci.
I think he was entitled to go for that. It was a stooping header.
McCartney. Cut out by Westlake, and now Wilness. Miller. Bent. Wilness.
You can tell how important this game is for these two teams. The closing down by both sets of players has been spot on from the first whistle. Both respecting each other. No, and if you give them time and space, they've both got players who will punish you.
Stephen Wright stopped it reaching Curry there. DeVos now for Horlock. Whacked away by Wright. Here's Ipswich's longest serving player, Richard Naylor. And by Robinson for Brown. Stewart could be in against his former club. Julio Arca arrives on the scene. And Wilness holds him up temporarily. McCartney. Acrobatics from Fabian Wilness. Free kick, Sunderland, fouled by Cucci.
He's protesting his innocence, it was a clear foul.
Well, he's had something to say, and Steve Bennett doesn't like that.
Still amazes me, it's clearly a foul, he knows he's done it and still he protests his innocence.
Arca. Whitehead for Caldwell. Stewart, Wilness made the challenge, but it came kindly to Robinson. Whitehead. Right. Brown. Lawrence is hugging the touchline. Brown is hugging it as well now. Jason DeVos has gone out there with him. And now Unsworth gets the goal kick off Lawrence.
Interesting to see how Chris Brown performed. He must be playing some decent football to keep Elliott out the side. What I've seen of him so far in this game, his movement's good, intelligent runs, good in the air.
Scored a few goals for Doncaster last season on loan as they won the third division title, as was. Bent. Tommy Miller giving it back. Bent, scorer of so many this season, looking to turn provider. Cucci.
Well, Darren Bent started this game superbly. He battles for everything. He didn't look like he could get the cross in here. He does. He tricks his way past, gets to the byline. Puts a terrific ball in. Just leaning back too far there, Cucci. Terrific ball in. No chance for the keeper. Just couldn't get enough downward power on it, Cucci.
Hasn't scored for a month.
But he's always a threat, isn't he? Perfect foil for Bent.
Shanked by McCartney. Wilness. Fans warning Miller that there was a man on. It's gone over Cucci's head. Michael Ingham had a season on loan at York to gain some experience and was on loan at Doncaster earlier this campaign.
Well, nearly 20 minutes into the game, he hasn't had a save to make yet. Neither has Davis, to be fair. Just shows you how tight and important both sets of players are taking this.
Both teams seeking promotion to the Premiership for the third time. They're trying to hang around if they do get up there, although it's easier said than done. Arco whipping it in, and Kelvin Davis comes to claim it. He's been so reliable in the main since joining from Wimbledon a couple of seasons ago.
And your back four are delighted with that when they know they've got a keeper behind who will come in those situations and claim.
Turned out by Steve Caldwell. An Ipswich throw to encourage their fans. If Ipswich do win today, there'll be just a couple of points separating the top 3 teams. Now that would be tight. Wilness in towards DeVos. It's dropped for Westlake, and Kevin Horlock screws it wide.
Well, they stood firm there, Sunderland. Held a good line. Again, that throw causing problems, comes out, steadies himself here. Just one touch too many maybe, good block, and then just screwed wide by Horlock.
Played for Joe Royle at Manchester City, and Joe signed him from West Ham to bring him here to Portman Road. Curry caught by Carl Robinson, and Robinson is going to get a word of warning.
Why does he want a word of warning? It's a committed tackle, good first touch, goes for the ball, just a little bit late, but it was a genuine attempt for the ball.
Horlock out towards Cucci. Wilness waiting. Darren Bent flicked it on. Nobody ahead of him.
Well, Ingham will be delighted with the first 20 or so minutes. Not been put in under any pressure whatsoever. Not a save to make.
Now Cucci had his foot up then on Michael Ingham. And now he's getting a lecture.
So trying to intimidate the young keeper there, Cucci.
Almost at the midway point of the first half of a match that matters so much in the race for an automatic place in the Premiership. Horlock. Lawrence. Horlock made sure he won that, but here's Wright, now Lawrence. It's a little crowded there. Wright, and the flag stays down, and Stewart is in. Big chance, he's got Julio Arca waiting for a centre. Was that a handball? It was. It's a penalty. Wilness stopped it with his hand.
Well, they're protesting their innocence again, but my first thought was penalty. As soon as I saw it happen, his arm did come out. Surprised Stewart didn't go by himself. He's trying to be unselfish. Spotted the run of Arca. A good run. He looks up, sees Arca's in loads of space, tries to find him. Maybe slip, but that's handball. The referee's got no option but to give that. He might be lucky there to escape with a card or a sending off.
It's Marcus Stewart of all people. Oh, he's put it wide. The former darling of the Ipswich fans actually remains a darling as he squanders the spot kick.
Well, that's how important games like this are. Nerves coming even with the experience. Tries to con the keeper, doesn't even hit the target. Look, takes a little step there, tries to con the keeper, doesn't buy it, doesn't hit the target. Those situations, you just blast it, I think, as a penalty taker. Just try and hit the target. The keeper makes a save, fine. At least you try to hit the target, but that is criminal not to hit the target.
Well, a setback for Sunderland. Not the game you wanted to miss in. You did miss one earlier in the season against Preston, if I remember correctly. Robinson. It's going to be a free kick, and Steve Bennett has to move in again, this time to sort out Marcus Stewart.
Well, that's frustration at missing the penalty, trying to atone for it by getting a tackle in. We're asking ourselves maybe why Wilness didn't get sent off or booked. I think Steve Bennett might have seen him slip. That might have saved him a wee bit.
Cucci with the flick on. Darren bent. Cucci flinging himself at it. Stewart trying to help it on to Brown, but Naylor has it covered. Arca. Caldwell clears towards Brown, but Naylor deals with it. He's dealt with most things that have come his way so far. Horlock now sending Unsworth on his way, but Stephen Wright gets a touch.
The experience of Wright there, spotted the run by Unsworth.
Westlake to Curry and back. Westlake to Miller, and that was another handball shout there against Whitehead.
That would have been harsh. He smashed it straight at him.
There were no appeals from Ipswich. Not the players anyway. Plenty from the fans.
Lots of little niggles. Here we see the ball played in there. It's hit with pace, and it hits his ankle, then bounces up. That would have been harsh.
Arca over towards Marcus Stewart, but DeVos always going to go for the corner.
A little bit sloppy from DeVos there. Wasn't at full stretch.
First corner of the game. Arca, oh, delightful for Lawrence. Blocked by Cucci.
It was delightful from Arca, but Lawrence's ball not the best. Could have missed out Cucci.
Taking it too quickly now because Steve Bennett has spotted a bit of grappling between DeVos and Green, the two captains.
He's doing a lot of talking to players at the moment, Steve Bennett. Every time there's an incident, he gets them to him and gives them a telling off. A little bit OTT.
Lawrence sends this one in direct. Cucci is there to clear, only as far as right. Arca. Arca's cross, Stewart trying to flick it on. Whitehead now into the path of McCartney. It's headed away by Unsworth. And Robinson having a go from range.
Well, it's a long way out. It's sat up nicely for him. Why not have a go? And we see again the penalty. Wilness is the last man. Stewart looks up and he slips there. That's what causes the problem. It is handball, but to book him or send him off after the slip would have been very, very harsh.
There's a few people watching on Wearside who reckon it should have been done though. Marcus Stewart sending his penalty wide. Stewart was talking in the build-up to this game about how Ipswich will always have a special place in his heart. Not to the extent of missing a penalty against them, though.
Can't see it, can you? No. But that's what pressure does for you. In front of the the home fans, Ipswich fans behind that goal. Desperate for him to miss it, and he duly obliged.
Horlock. Darren Curry. Unsworth has got forward, but Curry's gone for goal straight through to Ingham.
Well, another great confidence booster here for Ingham. A lot of space for Curry to run into. They're backing off him. Nobody comes to him. Decent strike, but straight at him.
Well, that's bounced right through to Marcus Stewart, and he's held off Naylor and Chris Brown. Oh.
Well, what a chance this is to go in front.
McCartney, Stewart, Archer, comes off Wilness, Miller. Well, half an hour played and Sunderland will be kicking themselves that they're not in front.
Best chance of the match without a doubt.
Gary Green caught napping by Bent. Here's Cucci. Curry making strides into the box. Oh, and it's come off him. It's going to be a goal kick.
And he doesn't like it. Curry thinks it's a corner. Sleeping there, Gary Breen. Not like him. Cucci looks up here. Doesn't need to. Just put it in the danger area. Nobody's there. That's their fault. Not the best of crosses. It is a goal kick. And we see this. The strength of Marcus Stewart here. Tremendous. Gets the look there. Leaning back. Totally wrong body shape. Doesn't get anything on it at all.
With that and with the penalty, Sunderland have had the prime chances to go in front. Pretty close though, as far as attempts on goal are concerned. McCarthy has had to let an amazing 45 players leave Sunderland in his 2 years in charge. That's a lot. That includes kids, of course, but it's still a lot.
It shows what a magnificent job he's doing there.
Whitehead for right. Whitehead for Brown. He's got Liam Lawrence nearby. Lawrence has Wright in support. Stephen Wright. Kelvin Davis watching it all the way.
And again, confident handling from Davis. Both teams nullifying each other at the moment. Both have got good wide players. Trying to get them into the game, but finding it difficult.
Cucci flicked it on to Bent. We've a double bill of top Premiership action for you on Wednesday night. How about that? Chelsea v Arsenal, Sky Sports 1 from 7. And at 8 on Sky Sports 2, you can see Manchester United's trip to Everton. Top of the table tussle in the Championship today. Wigan, though, sandwiched between these two sides. Jason DeVos's old club. Gary Breen then will take this free kick short to Carl Robinson. Lawrence. Right. Oh, he's found Robinson in room. Horrible stumble from Robinson, but Lawrence, offside flag's gone up.
Well, that's unfortunate for Robinson there. He's in a lot of space, took up a good position. And then the proverbial football boots let him down. He'll blame something. I mean, they're more like ballet shoes now, these football boots. Very lightweight. A number of times you see players slip over in them.
Cucci challenging, he wasn't sure it had gone. Tommy Miller knew, and he's got the free kick.
Oh, the ironic cheers. Cucci again strong in the air and gets his foot in there, and it is a foul.
Ingham sorting out his wall. David Unsworth with his left foot is there, Darren Curry with his right. Westlake comes across as well. Potentially a big moment in the match, this. Sunderland have missed a penalty. Ipswich have a free kick. Unsworth!
Well, that's a decent strike, hits the target, and Ingham could be in trouble. Always looked who's going to shape to do it. Good strike, gets it to dip, just misses the angle. That's a terrific chance. Terrific strike there, and Ingham was beaten all ends up if that hits the target.
First time David Unsworth has played outside of the top flight in his career. Unsworth taking charge of that. Tommy Miller for Fabian Wilness. McCartney. Arker for Stewart. Across to Lawrence. Offside flag would have been up anyway, but Steve Bennett will let the game flow.
The best of throwouts by Davis there. Miller in trouble.
Down the middle from Davis. Cucci challenging with Breen, on by Miller. Snap back by Whitehead. Horlock. Under pressure from Stewart. Unsworth similarly under pressure from Lawrence, and he is going to get the free kick.
Yeah, strong there, Unsworth. Wealth of experience.
Wilness. Cucci using his strength. Second chance. Wilness. Cucci now. Curry teeing up Wilness. It's Tommy Miller. Can't smuggle it through. But Ipswich are hanging in there. Darren Curry. Headed away by Whitehead.
The delivery for both teams, letting them down when they get in the final third, beating the first man.
Mistake from Naylor. Don't see many of them. Here's Chris Brown. Ipswich recover. Harry Breen wary of Bent's presence and not about to risk anything.
Darren Curry started to just come into the game a little bit more. He's switching flanks a little bit, frustrated at not getting the ball on the far side.
Horlock. Wilness. Miller. Shefki Cucci. No real power on it. Cleanly through to Ingham.
Patient build-up again by Ipswich. They do retain possession very well.
Flicked on well by Miller for Cucci, and that touch just allowed Caldwell in, and Carl Robinson is now being summoned, and he's going to get a yellow card.
Must have been something off the ball. Referee's indicated he pulled somebody back. So that's for a collective number of fouls. And that let Cucci off the hook a little bit because his first touch was atrocious.
First touch was his last. Last 5 minutes of a tense first half. Darren Curry floats it in. Didn't float that much, having said that, and Julio Arca leading the charge. Liam Lawrence has made a great run. If Arca can pick him out, he can. Lawrence and Whitehead. Lawrence again. Sidestepping Unsworth, you have to be careful. Wright's cross, Chris Brown's header.
Well, it's another good break by Sunderland. Terrific break forward there, Liam Lawrence. Arca spots his run. Ball just bounces, wouldn't come down for him here. Just tries to feed Stewart in, and he's a bit delayed in his shot there, and it's a good block in the end. Ball just wouldn't come down for him there, just went a little bit behind Lawrence.
What you see is what you get with Mick McCarthy. No nonsense approach, which has served him rather well through the years. Darren Bent gets the free kick off McCartney.
I think it was the other way there. So McCartney was hard done by there.
Kevin Horlock then with the free kick. Hoisted away by Marcus Stewart. Whitehead now for Arca. Offside, Marcus Stewart.
Played a high line there, Ipswich. Marcus Stewart offside.
Westlake down for Curry, and now Horlock. Curry. He's going to get a free kick. It's fouled by Stephen Wright.
Liam Lawrence not happy with his teammate there for giving that free kick away, berating him. Again, they've got another chance to hang one in under the goalkeeper's crossbar. They've not done it in 44 minutes of this first half yet to put him under any sort of pressure.
Darren Curry is going to try and do that, but he doesn't succeed either. Horlock. Unsworth has gone back to Wilness, much to the dismay of the majority here. Cucci trying to sneak in. Foul.
Throws his arms up, protests he's innocent yet again. Good knockdown here. Just tries to get the right side of him, and he does. He elbows him. It's a clear foul.
Last minute of normal time. No goals yet in this crucial contest. Stewart on towards Brown.
You have to say Sunderland should be in the lead. Not only the penalty, they've had a couple of other good opportunities, got in good areas.
Darren Curry showing interest in that. Unsworth sending it across. Cucci's going to get to it. On the stroke of half-time, Ipswich are looking to open the scoring. Can Tommy Miller do it? Good block from Whitehead. And not only that, he's looking to go on his way to the other half of the field.
And niggly little foul again.
Just 1 minute to be added on in this first half. Unsworth now up towards Cucci. A matter of seconds to go in the first half. McCartney's throw for Brown and Stewart waiting in the middle, but I don't think he's going to get near that somehow.
Well, when I saw the Ipswich Rotherham score, I thought, how did Rotherham score 3? And I can see why they did now. They're getting in good areas, Sunderland, but just can't quite punish them.
Well, there's always a few goals around when Ipswich play at both ends of the field. It is half-time, it is goalless, but it shouldn't have been. They used to sing the name of Marcus Stewart around these parts when he was playing up front for Ipswich. And they were singing him and cheering him again when he sent his penalty wide after a handball by Fabian Wilness. We'll hear what George Burley, who has connections with both these clubs, thinks of it next with George. At half-time, it's Ipswich 0, Sunderland 0.
No changes for either side at half-time. It's Ipswich 0, Sunderland 0, 45 more minutes. With a young goalkeeper, Michael Ingham, in for Sunderland and hoping to hold out in the second half. We'll get the thoughts of George Burley at the end of this match. Let's rejoin our commentators, Gary Birtles and Ian Crocker.
Well, there hasn't been a 0-0 draw here for over 2 years. Surely they're not about to start now. Both these teams coming into this crunch match on the back of defeats. Ipswich beaten at Wolves last Monday. Sunderland, the victims of a smash-and-grab raid by Reading at the Stadium of Light. A freak result, a result that ended a run of 8 wins on the spin for Nick McCarthy's men. But as he said afterwards, 24 points out of 27 will do nicely, thank you.
Not a bad return at all, that's just what you're looking for at this stage of the season.
Marcus Stewart sending his penalty wide. Perhaps he was thinking about his celebration, or lack of celebration if it went in. It would have been so much on his mind. But it remains goalless. Steve Bennett prepares to blow his whistle. After today, 3 games left. Ipswich have got 2 away games at Leeds and at Brighton, home to Crewe in between. Sunderland have got 2 home games, Leicester and Stoke, with a trip to West Ham in between. And Wigan's running, well, they are home to QPR and Reading, and have a bit of a local derby at Preston. DeVos up towards Bent, Cucci and Westlake. He's got Darren Curry waiting. Under pressure from Whitehead. His clearance only goes to Unsworth. Oh, just over Cucci's head, and Gary Breen able to stoop. Oh, Curry has got away from Lawrence. Gary Breen, as Portman Road held its breath, Breen cleared it.
Well, Ipswich have certainly come out the traps very, very quickly.
Here's Arca though, and he's got McCartney racing outside of him. Chris Brown might fancy a piece of that, and DeVos had to head it over.
Well, quick counter there, all about Ipswich the first couple of minutes. All of a sudden a break by Arca causes Ipswich a lot of problems.
Sunderland 3-0 up on corners, but they would dearly love to be ahead on goals. Arca wasting no time. Cucci's clearance, handball, Gary Breen.
Yeah, it came off his knee and bounced onto his arm there. A bit unfortunate, it was a good area.
So Kevin Blackwell's Leeds face Ipswich next week, and Sunderland to take on Alan Pardew's West Ham at Upton Park. Both those managers checking out their opponents today. Unsworth. Curry.
And the quality of the ball, a lack of quality into the box. It's hurting both teams.
DeVos towards Cucci, just did it away from Bent. Now McCartney. No man's land from Naylor. Caldwell though, give it back to him.
The longer this second half goes on, we'll see the game become more stretched. Ipswich know they have to win it to keep the pressure on Wigan and Sunderland.
David Unsworth lunging in on Dean Whitehead.
And Joe Royle saying he dived. Not happy about that.
Breen with his free kick. Stewart rising with Naylor. Hoisted high by Whitehead. Unsworth. Bent. Shefki Kuchi chasing, so too Gary Breen. Kuchi always the favourite to hold it up. Curry supporting. Nearly picked out Wesley.
Just that final ball letting them down yet again. They're getting good areas, they keep the ball very well. And all of a sudden, when they need that killer pass at the end of it, it just isn't there.
When the teams met at the Stadium of Light in November, Sunderland scored twice in the last half hour to win 2-0. McCartney. Whitehead. Arca. Arca's cross. Popped out of the air right underneath his own bar by Davis.
Not good delivery again, though. Too simple for the keeper. His Ipswich performance, I think he's crying out for Jim Magilton at the moment. We all know about his craft and his ability to pick that killer ball.
Cucci with a flick on. Bent.
So well organised Sunderland. They get back in numbers. Good protection on the back four.
Yes, Steve Bennett got in the way of that. Darren Curry, the beneficiary.
Well, had Ipswich scored there, there'd have been a few angry red and white shirts swarming around Steve Bennett. Lovely 1-2. Well, he's the man who could unlock the Sunderland defence. He has that quality, Jim Magilton.
After Wigan's win yesterday, Ipswich need to get a victory. Draw would suit Sunderland. Wesley just hit Gary Breen.
Just to compound it again there, break again, but that ball again doesn't get to the target. Lack of quality when it matters most.
Arca now for McCartney. Oh, he skipped past Wilness. This could be promising, except that Wilness recovered. It's a corner.
Well, he does ever so well in the end, Wilness. McCartney did skip by him. Could probably have released it a little bit earlier there.
Again, it's the quick corner between Lawrence and Arca. Arca's got it in, but Cucci's got it out. This is Stephen Wright. Now Whitehead. Lawrence latching onto it. Having to take the long way around.
Well, a couple of occasions you thought, yes, he's going to hit this. It wouldn't come down for him. Good ability when he picks it up. He gambles. You thought he was going to hit it there. Then again, in the end, he hits it half decently, but not on the target yet again.
Ipswich fans in full voice. The Sunderland fans will be trying to keep up with them though, those that have made the long journey here from Wearside. For a game of huge importance and great significance. Ipswich 3 points behind Wigan, 5 points behind the leaders Sunderland. Brown. Is it going to stay in? It is. Naylor, though, forcing the corner.
What a terrific battle there between those two. Naylor was never going to give that up. Stayed strong.
It's Liam Lawrence, but again it doesn't clear Cucci. Stephen Wright. Calvin Davis behind that.
It's a long way out, but it's a good strike. Was dipping all the time.
Davis trying to put Darren Bent away. Unsworth. Curry now. Westlake in some space. Over towards Cucci.
Cucci pleading for a corner there. Not happy with the assistant. Get himself booked. See the ball.
He's going to get a yellow card, I think.
See the ball coming over. He's taking up a good position. To come off, bounce off his chest.
Well, he got a yellow card for racing across to the assistant referee.
He cannot do that. He knows that. The managers hate those sort of bookings more than any other.
Arca doing an Arca, really, and Sunderland have a free kick.
Well, manager never liked anybody to flick the ball, but when you see a ball of this ability, Arca, every time he does it appears to come off.
Arca takes it, and Liam Lawrence, well, it bounced right off him.
That's a golden chance, and he knows it. He's whipped in again with pace. The flick is one just there. He gambles again and just cannot get it on target. That's a good, great ball in, great delivery, good knockdown. He gambles, but the first touch again lets him down.
There may be a lot of noise at Portman Road, but you can usually still hear Mick above it all. Lawrence. Robinson. Brown. Stewart takes over, but he ran into Miller. Whitehead. McCartney. Stewart. McCartney. Handball shout there from Sunderland. And here goes Darren Bent. Meantime, and Caldwell deals with it.
Well, another handball shout here we see. Played in with pace, and he can't get out the way. That's never a penalty.
Horlock. Unsworth now for Westlake. Ipswich getting into their stride. Darren Curry. Darren Bent leaping.
Well, that's a better delivery, but nobody coming in at the far post.
Stewart. Whitehead. Brown offside. Although it's, yeah, there's going to be a free kick for Ipswich.
Yeah, he just couldn't stay on side there, Brown. You saw him trying to do that. Again, Whitehead causing the problems with his burst from midfield.
Direct towards Cucci again. Green peering over the top of him.
Cucci's in a lot of problems. He did climb all over him. He's got a shout there, Cucci. Wasn't allowed to get off the floor there.
Brown. Returning it to Lawrence, and Davis smothers.
Terrific keeping from Davis there. He saw that Lawrence was at full stretch, knew where it was coming, and claimed it as his own.
First goal in this game, if we get one, is going to mean so much. Warlock out to Curry. Stayed in. The flag was actually up for offside.
Kuchi just straight off there, and there's no need to. He's getting more and more frustrated as this game goes on. He's been booked for having a go at the assistant referee. He's got to be careful. How long before we see Elliott come on? I think his pace could cause Ipswich quite a few problems.
McCartney for Arca. Into the path of George McCartney. Free kick.
He does get forward well, McCartney. Commits players when he gets forward.
Stephen Elliott with 14 goals this season, waiting in the wings for Sunderland.
Well, there needs to be a hero. Why not him?
Sunderland searching for a hero now as Liam Lawrence floats it in. Richard Naylor with a crucial header.
Very crucial header. Davis was going to come, didn't.
Westlake suddenly found McCartney in his wake.
Well, he's covered from his left back position there, came right the way across.
Stewart won it back and won it back well off Unsworth. Here's Liam Lawrence.
Problems have been caused for Ipswich when Wilness and Unsworth get too far forward and it breaks down. Suddenly Sunderland attacking those areas.
Curry's quick throw. Westlake trying to get it across. Ingham clutches it.
Well, confident catch. You thought that Kuchi there, a good opportunity to unsettle the keeper.
Ipswich have the best home record in the Championship. Their fans are doing their bit, and the players do their bit. They need to win to close the gap amongst the top three. It's a game that is on edge. Something might happen soon. As we reach the hour mark. Horlock. Picking out Curry. Free kick for Ipswich, fouled by Lawrence on Unsworth.
Yeah, good decision by the referee there. Lawrence, no intention of going for the ball.
Ipswich looking for a breakthrough. Darren Curry. Oh, and Ingham does get to grips with it.
Well, got a bit lucky there, but he was confident to come out, claim it, didn't stay on his line. It's the first time they've really tested him. Just drops it down there, quick to pick it up in the rebound.
Not many teams stop Ipswich from scoring, although Sunderland did do at the Stadium of Light earlier in the season.
Some good options on the bench, Ipswich. They've got Kenyago, I've always been impressed with. James Scowcroft, experience there.
McCartney. Arca. It's disappearing over.
Oh, how many times do we say it? That final ball that's letting both teams down. You don't expect to see it from Arca, of all people.
Sunderland won at Wigan recently. Can they claim the scalp of the other team, challenging them for automatic promotion to the Premiership? Cucci flicking it on, bent. Cucci again, over and out.
Well, Marco van Basten did it from that angle, but you're not going to see him do it here. Dear me. Very hopeful. Bent does well, and you cannot shoot from there. You have to pull it back.
Kikuchi might be delighted that he's been mentioned in the same sentence as Marco van Basten.
I think every striker in world football would love to be mentioned in that same breath.
Stewart now has found Arca. Goal kick.
The end product is just so poor. The build-up play has been good from both sides. And again, Arca, you expect better from him here. Gets in space, gets it away from his body, skips inside, and then just scuffs it across the box.
Lawrence for Arca, McCartney outside of him. Sunderland always prominent down that left-hand side with these two. And free kick on the edge of the area, and there's going to be a yellow card shown to Wilness.
Well, count himself a little bit lucky. McCartney commits him again here. He dives in, it's just outside the box here. Still outside the box. Could have got booked for the penalty in the first half, didn't. Gets the yellow there.
Liam Lawrence takes it. Oh, it's come off the bar, and Chris Brown is unable to force it in.
Well, at last the quality is there.
Darren Bent, meantime, chasing this, but Ingham wary. Curry, it's going from one end and then to the other. Unsworth now. Sunderland nearly went ahead. Ipswich have a corner off Whitehead.
Well, we've been talking about quality or lack of it. This is quality. Caldwell attacks it well. Terrific header. And Brown just cannot get that touch right to follow in.
Curry's corner, and Ingham couldn't get near it, and it's been scrambled in. It counts, and Ipswich have a vital goal. DeVos claiming it. That's crucial. Very, very crucial.
Well, you have to feel for the young man there. Ingham, first time they've really tested him. He dropped a previous one, the quality's good, close to him, flaps at it, and DeVos gambles, and it's in the back of the net. He comes out again confidently, but just gets nothing on it, backhands it. I thought it was already over the line before DeVos followed up. It's nowhere near it. That's already over the line for me. Maybe not DeVos's goal.
Well, maybe Naylor and DeVos can sort that out between themselves. But although it wasn't pretty, it could turn out to be mightily effective for Ipswich Town. They've scrambled a goal in a game they had to win. And just maybe the absence of Thomas Myra proving costly.
Well, it doesn't matter how they go in, scruffy, off the back of your backside, your elbow, whatever. It's a massive goal for Ipswich.
Julio Arca whipping that one in though, with a safe pair of hands at that end anyway for Kelvin Davis.
There's the difference. You see it there. The quality was good from Arca. The keeper came out, claimed it as his own. It took about 65 minutes to putting him under pressure, but it told in the end.
Patience is a virtue. You have to feel for Michael Ingham, though, thrown into this game with Thomas Myra injured. Tommy Miller on the volley.
That's a good strike from Tommy Miller. He gambled. It is well wide. Long route one. Cucci heads it again and gets over it well. Just doesn't hit the target.
Michael Ingham couldn't get to grips with it, and Ipswich have the advantage. DeVos and Naylor, the two centre-halves, in where it mattered for the goal, and Sunderland's response is to bring on two strikers in Brian Deane and Stephen Elliott.
Well, credit Mick McCarthy going for broke with these two coming on.
Chris Brown is one of those coming off, and in fact it's going to be a straight swap of strikers because Marcus Stewart is coming off as well. Stewart, who missed that penalty in the first half against his former club. A new strike force and new hope for Sunderland.
I'm surprised Stewart's gone off. I'd always keep him on.
DeVos now launching it towards Cucci. Miller's header. Wilmes. DeVos has scooped that out. Well, if Ipswich do win, they will move on to 82 points, the same as Wigan. But Wigan have a better goal difference, in fact the best goal difference out of the three. But there would be just 2 points separating the top three, with 3 games to go.
And what last 3 games they're going to be? Nerve ends jangling. Some games on paper you think, well, they're going to win that. It doesn't happen like that.
Sunderland, though, have never lost back-to-back games in the Championship this season. They have time to save themselves. Horrible goal for Mick McCarthy's team to concede. Thomas Myra injured, Mark Poom injured. It was always going to be a massive game for Michael Ingham. Here's Wright. Unsworth can't keep it in.
That's unlucky. It was a lovely little flick by Curry there. Now he's getting back to cover for Unsworth while he makes the long trip back.
Caldwell. Arca's header, Brian Deane. Elliott waiting in the centre if he can find him. He'll have to bide his time. Arca. McCartney. Arca's cross. It's away by DeVos, but only to Robinson. Stephen Wright. In towards Brian Deane and Stephen Elliott. And Sunderland have responded. And Stephen Elliott and Brian Deane, who've just come on, quickly turn into super subs.
Well, again, managers live and die by their substitutions, a choice of them, and what a magnificent choice this has been. The two he brings on, they both contribute. One heads it down, the other puts it in. Brian Deane, full of experience, takes up a really good position at the far post, picked him out. What a tremendous, unselfish header back that is, and Elliott will always get in on those. Keeps it away from Davis, lovely cushioned header back. Thank you very much. Lovely tap in there for Elliott. First touch, 1 each.
Well, Mick McCarthy will be thinking, don't you just love it when your substitutions come off like that? They've been on the pitch for less than 3 minutes. Brian Deane and Stephen Elliott have conspired to draw Sunderland level. Now, Jason DeVos has nobbled Liam Lawrence.
Yeah, he certainly sorted him out there. He is totally committed. They both have to go for the ball. It's just a follow through that catches him on the inner thigh. He'll be telling everybody about those substitutions if it stays like this. Mick McCarthy. Brian Deane does create some moments of interest in closing games, doesn't he?
Just a bit. Brian Deane won promotion with Leicester a couple of seasons ago and now looking to repeat that feat with Sunderland. De Vos becomes the 4th Ipswich player booked. And it looks like Sean Thornton is going to be with us imminently.
Didn't Brian Deane have a big say in the last game of the last season, I think?
Yeah, don't mention that to Wigan.
Yes.
Scored West Ham's goal at the JJB. But ultimately put Palace in the playoffs. Elliott loitering with intent again. Goal kick. Narco hurt.
Well, the two substitutes have certainly caused a number of problems in the short time they've been on there. Elliott's pace will always hurt teams, and Brian Deane's experience, as we saw, taking a good position at the far post for the goal.
And Stephen Elliott scored against Ipswich at the Stadium of Light in November, does it again at Portman Road in April, and what a key goal it may turn out to be. Brian Deane, 37 now. Useful sub to have, as he proved on the goal. And Stephen Elliott, who's had to take a back seat lately with Chris Brown getting a run in the team, scoring his 15th goal of the season. A player signed from Manchester City. I think they wouldn't have minded hanging on to him there actually, but he's had a contract and he's always going to get more first-team opportunities at Sunderland.
Every time I've seen him, he's impressed me. He's an intelligent striker, moves well in the channels. As we saw there, just gambles for the goal.
Working into the Irish team as well this season, which cost Sunderland a bit more money, mind you. They wouldn't have minded paying that as an add-on to Manchester City. Jim Magilton coming on for Ipswich. Sean Thornton coming on for Sunderland soon, but here's Elliott looking to return the compliment for Brian Deane. And that is a very important challenge from Wilness, but hang on, it's Liam Lawrence. Handball shout against Wilness, who certainly did his bit for the Ipswich cause then.
Well, Lawrence did well there, but it was a good block by Wilness, stuck between his legs.
Don't think it hit his hand, I think it hit something else.
Okay.
Liam Lawrence is making way for the arrival of Sean Thornton, who has been suffering with an ankle problem of late. On Blondie, replaced by another.
One a natural, the other one not so natural.
And off comes Kevin Horlock. And on comes Jim Magilton. We've got a quarter of an hour to go, and it's going to be fascinating. Stephen Wright's throw. Bent. Free kick. Just a bit.
Only just. A few words there between Bent and Whitehead.
And they're going to be summoned to Steve Bennett.
Tell them to calm down. It's easy to say for a referee in this sort of situation. So much at stake.
De Vos up towards Cucci. Will it drop for Darren Bent? Oh, and so nearly managed to put Ipswich back in front.
He's so dangerous there. Again, it's Cucci wins the ball. But then the bounce again just won't come for Darren Bent. But he hooks his leg round, just misses the target.
Joe Royle has won 3 promotions in his time as a manager. He would dearly love another crack at the Premiership. His team were in front, but not for long. Scrappy goal for Ipswich that DeVos and Naylor will argue about. And then this man, Stephen Elliott, equalising. Now Naylor has held him back. And Richard Naylor is in big bother.
Well, this will be very interesting now. I think he's going to give him a yellow. Be interesting to see the man alongside him, whether he was the last man or not. It's a yellow, obviously thought the same. I thought it was a foul there. I thought he made a back for him, and there is a last man. That's why he's got the yellow. Just comes across.
Naylor becoming the 5th Ipswich player to be put. Now Sean Thornton scored a couple of free kicks not so long ago against Rotherham at the Stadium Midline, and they were pretty good ones. The man with the red boots.
Well, the 3rd substitute paid dividends for Mick McCarthy.
Here comes Thornton.
Well, how close was that to being another perfect substitution? Full of confidence, knew it was goal bound, just whistles past the post.
Portman Road enveloped in tension. Elliott, Lively, Archer and Whitehead advancing. Elliott's getting into the middle if he can just get it across. Corner kick.
Again, Whitehead causing all the problems, bursting past the strikers yet again.
Sunderland need a decent delivery. Sean Thornton does provide it, but the referee spots a push.
It was a decent delivery again, starting to improve the longer the game goes on. Is there a handball there? I didn't see a foul from a Sunderland player there.
Steve Bennett did. Miller gets the throw. 10 minutes left. It's a scoreline that favours Sunderland more. Oh dear, Dean Whitehead suddenly breaks through. Can he score? Whitehead, what a save! Absolutely astonishing save from Kelvin Davis.
That's a terrific save. Whitehead again, the man gambles there. Mistake, not convincing tackle at all. One-on-one, the most difficult chance to take. Steadies himself, and that's a tremendous fingertip here. You think it's creeping in, and he's denied the keeper a save there. He's given a goal kick.
Well, it's bizarre.
Bizarre, it's wrong. What a chance to finish it though that was. Whitehead has been absolutely superb. This is the most difficult one-on-one. So many things in your mind. He makes his mind up, and look at that, the fingertips take it round the post.
Oh, Mick McCarthy's reaction says it all. Sunderland could have had 1 foot in the Premiership if that had gone in. And the other foot not far behind. Darren Curry's coming off, and on comes Pablo Cunyago as Ipswich search for a winner. Will Cunyago stand up and be counted? Not one of Joe Royle's favourites, I think it's fair to say, but he might be if he scores now.
I've always been impressed with him. Mobility's good, he holds the ball up well.
Free kick for Ipswich. It's swinging one way and then the other. Although how Sunderland didn't get a corner out of that is baffling. Magilton takes. Jason DeVos there again. Goal kick.
Takes the pressure off. A lucky bounce there. Calm it down a little bit. Sunderland will be desperate to run the clock down, but they've not stopped going forward. They're still intent on doing it.
From the top of the Championship to the top of the Premiership, Sky Sports 1, Wednesday at 7, Chelsea, Arsenal, say no more, and from 8 on Sky Sports 2, you can see Everton versus Manchester United. Naylor clambering above Elliott. Whitehead chasing.
He's got some engine, Whitehead. He's not stopped all afternoon. Box to box, he's created problems for them. Now Mick McCarthy must love a player like that in his side.
McCartney now drills it across, Brian Deane, and it's been forced in! Carl Robinson! Sunderland have turned it around. Their target is the Premiership. Their target is coming into sight.
Well, it's that man McCartney again. He's been a thorn in Ipswich side all afternoon. Lovely bit of ability by Arca here. Lifts it over again. McCartney, good first touch. Just puts it in the danger area. Brian Deane should have scored, but there the gamble. He follows it up, Robinson. Lovely ability there. One touch, drills it hard and low. That's what you want. Simple tapping in the end. Brian Deane probably should have scored. Robinson gambles and gets his just rewards. And I have to say, Sunderland deserve this. They have been the better side for me.
Well, Dean Whitehead may have missed that opportunity, but they have the lead anyway. And they might still be putting a foot into the Premiership, prizing the door open. But hang on, Magilton. Here's Westlake. Gary Breen cut it out.
It wasn't a confident ball from Westlake. The ball from Magilton was lovely. One of the handbags coming out. Come on, boys. Put them away. Probably discussing hairstyles there.
Yellow card then for Sean Thornton. We've had a few cards today. This could be a monumental victory for Sunderland, but they still have a bit of work to do yet. 5 minutes left. Unsworth takes. And Wilness has fallen over, and it's Julio Arca racing away. Can Sunderland get a third here? It's well held by Kelvin Davis. And Ipswich hanging in there, and it was actually Wright who burst forward then.
Terrific break, but Thornton was in a great position in the box, didn't find him, chose the shot instead.
Miller. Thornton. Here's Magilton. Ipswich trying to rally. He's kicked it out because Stephen Wright's down at the moment. Well, Carl Robinson has been such a consistent performer for Sunderland this season. He was out on loan a good few times over the last couple of years. We used to see him playing for a different team every week, so it seemed at one point, but he's finally found a place to call home.
How important is that goal going to be to Sunderland's future? What I've been impressed with, at 1-1 they weren't prepared to rest on the laurels and just hold out for the draw. They still wanted to get forward, still wanted to commit and get the win.
It's all fallen flat for Ipswich. They will be fearing that for the second season running they might have to go through the torture of the playoffs.
Well, if they do, They'll be one of the teams the other three will want to avoid. As we know on the day they can destroy teams. As my old team found out a few weeks ago.
As it stands, Ipswich would stay 3 points behind Wigan, but as it stands, Sunderland could be moving 8 clear of Ipswich. Nearly there. Kynyago has earned a corner though, and Ipswich still have hope.
That's what Kynyago does. He's strong, holds the ball well. Gary Breen taking no chances.
Ipswich's need is urgent. Magilton swings it in, and Gary Breen there with a vital header away as DeVos tried to get near it. Couple of minutes of normal time remaining. And Westlake, tigerish. Miller. On by Kuchi, and Kynyago, and Darabit, he's done it! It's 2-2, Ipswich just did not want to give up, and Bent has equalised.
Well, would you believe it, when you thought there were no more twists? The long ball again, won by Kuchi, gambled by Kynyago, just gets a little touch, teases it to Bent, and he finishes it well. He takes it early, lovely little touch by Kynyago, he takes it early, that's what beats the keeper. Terrific finish.
Some game, sadly, is going to be over soon. It's one that you want to go on for a bit longer, really.
Well, the first half was devoid of a lot of quality in the vital area, but second half, totally different.
Launched up towards Brian Dean, and Kelvin Davis has got to come for that, and does. Are we going to get a winner?
Never say never.
Last minute of the 90. Kynyago can't get close to that. It's collected by Ingham, who might have took a little nip then from Kynyago's boot.
How nervous was he coming out for that? Dealt with it well.
Magilton steered back by Wilness to Kelvin Davis. In 90 minutes are up, but there's going to be 5 minutes added on. Time for a winner.
Where did 5 minutes come from?
Unsworth steered away by Breen. Whitehead. It's a game that has given us much, including a penalty miss in the first half from the former Ipswich player Marcus Stewart, but the goals soon arrived all right. Ipswich 1-0 up, 2-1 down, now it's 2-2. Thornton hangs in as Miller challenges. Elliott pointing to where he wants it, but DeVos can give it to Unsworth, and Unsworth can give it to Kuchi. Kuchi's been fouled by Stephen Wright.
Fortunate to get that, Kuchi.
Draw better for Sunderland than for Ipswich. Here's Pablo Kynyago. Wilness coming up. And he stumbled, but he still has it. Stumbling all over the place at the moment. Now he's lost it to Robinson.
Someone only didn't find objects out there in front of Wilness when he goes forward.
McCartney is racing forward. Can he pick out Brian Dean? No, he can't. David Unsworth is there. It's fascinating, this. Absolutely fascinating.
Terrific finish.
Kynyago. Oh, he's going to get a free kick. Is there going to be another twist in this quite extraordinary tale?
Terrific entertainment.
Jim Magilton standing over the free kick. Ipswich looking to close the gap amongst the top three. It's a bite your nails time. And some cannot watch. Nice poor free kick that from David Unsworth.
That's a shocker, and Jim Magilton is furious. Thought the man to take it would have been Magilton himself, and it could be the last chance. He's still having a go at Unsworth, Magilton.
No wonder. It was woeful.
You're being kind.
Cucci chasing, and Stephen Wright has to hook it out, and Ipswich are going for that winner, which would make a big difference in the automatic promotion picture. Jason DeVos then with a long throw. Oh, it's bounced right over Cucci. It's a goal kick.
Well, another wasted chance there. Just needs a touch, any sort of touch, to cause panic in that Sunderland box.
Joe turns his back there, and no wonder. There are two chances from the free kick and the throw into Probe, but neither worked out. Still another minute to be added on, at least. Sean Thornton is going to take this up. Or Thornton's effort, and Davis dives, and he's going to have to get it up the other end quick. We're in the last minute of the 5 added on. Skimmed off Cucci's head. Here's Cunyago. He's got Magilton available. Magilton for Cunyago. Magilton's effort deflected. It's going to be an Ipswich throw.
Well, Cunyago's definitely made a difference since he came on.
A frantic end to a colossal clash between two teams dreaming of promotion to the Premiership. Remains to be seen whether their dreams will come through. Looking good for Sunderland, but Wilness in, and England touch poorly. Westlake, what a save! Cucci! Ball shout there from Ipswich, but Steve Bennett says no.
I think his view was blocked there, Steve Bennett. I'm sure the shot from Cucci did hit the arm, but there was a player blocking his vision. He tried to look round it.
Was that Ipswich's last chance? They might get another. Cucci, Cunyago, Magilton, always rising, and that might just be that, but was it a penalty?
Well, he's got a strong claim. Again, the keeper comes, not the best of punches. He does tremendous here, instinctive save. Watch this. Does that hit his arm, the top of his arm? Tremendous save. Cucci hits it well. And that hits the top of his chest. That's not a penalty.
Well, it was an enthralling end to a gripping game. It ends 2-2, and that favours Mick McCarthy's Sunderland, who are edging towards a Premiership return. Ipswich are still in the hunt, though, in a game that swung one way and then the other. Ipswich ahead, 1-0, down 2-1 before Darren Bent saved them with a late goal. Better late than never. Stephen Elliott came off the bench to do his bit to level it for Sunderland. Carl Robinson put them in front. Bent had the last word. A quite captivating contest.
What a terrific advert for the Championship that was. Very cagey the first half. Sunderland unlucky not to be in the lead, but the second half captivated everybody. Total commitment from two teams who have got desires to go into the Premiership. You thought Sunderland had won it, then Ipswich bounced back. That is a tremendous advert for the Championship. 22 committed players, a lot of ability. I just think Sunderland edged it, but only got a point.
Well, Sunderland on the verge of a return to the Premiership. It looks like Ipswich are going to have to do it the hard way. They are still behind Wigan in the table. But there might be a few more twists and turns yet. He wouldn't be surprised if there was. It finishes at Portman Road. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 2.
What a second half, thanks to Ian Crocker and to Gary Birtles, and thanks to those two teams as well. Great credit to both of them. This is how it stands after that game. Epic struggle. Ipswich move on to 80 points, 2 points behind Wigan and 5 points behind Sunderland. It is still really 2 from 3, but Sunderland are looking pretty good at the moment.